there. We got some questions in the class from problem number 11 on section 10.1, so I decided I would make just a quick short video. Let's get to it. So here's what the problem looks like. It's it's sort of two parallel lines which are marked with little arrows to show that they're parallel, and then the letters A, B, C, D, and E marked in these areas, I guess in these angles. And the question is what is the sum of A plus B plus C plus D plus E? So the first thing I guess we should do is try to go through and find out as many, as many angles as we possibly can that are congruent to A, B, C, and D. I see some right away. So let's kind of apply vertical angles first. I can see that this angle here is vertical to that angle there, so I'm going to call that A. I can see that if I look at this line and that line, then this angle here is vertical to that angle there, B. By the way, I did extend these lines. I guess the original drawing in the book doesn't have sort of these extended lines, but I figured they might be helpful, so I extended them. So this line and this line form a vertical angle, so this one must be D as well out here. Let's see, this one would have to be C by the same argument, and then this one's going to have to be E. But I still don't see anything that's going to help me get a sum. I can see right now that A plus D plus E, if I could figure out what these two angles are, and if they happen to be, one of these, I guess, A, B, C, or D, then I would be in good shape because I could use this large triangle here and use the triangle angle sum. Another way to go about it would be to try to find the angle sum for this triangle here. But let's see what we can do here. So now let's apply the parallel postulate at this point, since that seems to be like the only other thing I can think of at this point to do. So this line is parallel to this line, which then means that any transversal that cuts it will give, I guess, corresponding angles equal. So let's just think about that. Let's think about this as a transversal. So if that's a transversal, then this angle formed here, this angle, sorry, formed here, will have to be the same as that angle there. Does everybody see that? It's a kind of a hard thing to see, but keep in mind this angle and this angle are cut by this transversal, so that means that this angle and this angle are corresponding. And that's kind of a tough C, but I think that helps us a lot because now we know that A plus B plus E plus question mark plus D has got to be equal to 180. And it sort of seems like the right idea there would be C. Maybe it's the only one that we're sort of missing. So let's take a look at then this line, thinking of it as a transversal cutting this parallel line and this parallel line. So I guess again, you can kind of try to decide, okay, so that means that this angle here is in this corresponding location as this angle right here. So maybe I'll put two lines on it to distinguish it from. So those two are sort of both, I don't know, what are we going to call it, sort of south east of the transversal that's cutting these two parallel lines. And since we know this one is C by vertical angles with that one C, then this one has to be a C as well. So we're in a really good position now because we can see that we have a large triangle. The one I'm going to use is I guess this guy. And we'll use the triangle angle sum then to conclude that A plus this angle equals 180, right? But this angle is C plus D and this angle is B plus E. So that means that A plus C plus D plus B plus E has to be equal to 180. We don't need these parentheses, so if we drop the parentheses and then commute the sum, we can see that A plus B plus C plus D plus E has to be 180 here. And that would be the answer for this particular problem. I hope this helped clear that one up.